Welcome to the Mainely Stoopid podcast.
We are fucking back. Holy shit.
What's it been? 2 weeks, I think.
2 or 3? I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Been a while.
Bit of a health hiatus.
Yeah. Somebody just can't keep himself out of the fucking hospital.
Yeah, it's my favorite. It's my new favorite hobby.
Yeah, it's a pretty good place to be, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't like having good Wi-Fi, doing anything, and having 3 meals a day brought to you, I mean, I guess that's probably an upside. Is
What's the snack situation like?
Not good. I mean, I could call down anytime I want and order a bowl of cereal or a sandwich, but like I would, like when I'm in the hospital, it's the only time I eat 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
Because I wake up and I'm like, well, there's nothing to do, so I might as well order breakfast.
Right. Might as well just
I order breakfast. I mean, in the York Hospital, food doesn't suck either, so it's not.
No, they got a pretty good kitchen staff there.
Yeah. So, but I mean, aside from like all the medical shit, it was kind of like having my own apartment for a week.
Yeah, good sleeping.
And yeah, had my own. The first night sucked because, like every place, the hospital is one of the places that is short-staffed right now.
Yeah.
And so they had beds, but they didn't have people to take care of the beds. So I had to sleep in the emergency room the first night I was there. And I was just about to get up and leave because the emergency room, they're still short-staffed. So it's not like you're getting around the clock care. And I wasn't like I didn't have a sucking chest wound. I had a skin infection on my leg.
Right.
So they like shoved me off in the corner and pretty much forgot about me.
I mean,
so
good and bad, I guess. Cause like if you're in the hospital and you have everyone's attention, not normally a good thing.
Yeah.
So,
but like
just
the girl next to me she was a mental patient or something, but she had like 24/7 security at her door. Like they had cops there making sure she didn't leave her room. And she was not very nice to the workers.
No.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask you if you had a nurse that I know down there. I don't want to put names on podcasts, but
is her husband a guide?
Nope.
Then it's not the one I was thinking of.
Her.
Not a guide, a captain.
No. Well, that one too, yeah.
She was there. I didn't have her, but she was there.
There's another one that you may not know.
I'm sure I know all of them at this point.
Yeah. I used to know everybody in the ER pretty good. When I was like 10 to 14, when I broke both arms, both wrists, both hands, we got to know some people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, back for x-rays again. All right, sounds good. Yeah.
Like I was to the point like I was so bored in the hospital that I was like putting my chair next to the door so I could just like watch people go by the hallway. Like there was this old dude in there. I think I don't know, had a heart attack or something, but like he would walk by every day and stop and chat with me for a minute, and then he'd keep walking. And then the other thing is, like, this just popped into my head. Every time I've been in the hospital in the past year, so I've been a frequent flyer this past year at the hospital.
Yeah.
There's been this lady that is like her name tag says spiritual wellness on it. So like she's come into my room multiple times every time I've been at the hospital. And she's like, "Hi Hugh, I noticed that it said that you were raised Baptist on your paperwork," even though I specifically asked for, like, I didn't want to see the clergy or any religious people or anything while I was there.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Like she came in and I was sitting there and she was like, "Well, how's everything going?" And I was nice. And I was like, "Good." She's like, "Well, is there anything you need from us?" And I said, "No, I'm all set." And she was like, "Well, if you'd like, I can pray for you." I'm like, I mean, it doesn't seem to be working now, so you can give it a shot. But like, just, it's weird. Like every single time I've been in the hospital, she's like tracked me down.
What?
And coming to my
fuck?
And back in December when I was there, she came in and she gave me this wood. I wish I had it. So I have it somewhere. It's this wooden cross that it was made out of wood from Jerusalem, like from Bethlehem.
Oh, little Bethlehem.
Yeah. The only thing like I can think of is like, I'm an ordained minister. So maybe she was like, maybe they look out for their own.
Maybe just drawn to you.
Yeah. Like,
I didn't know they did.
Yeah.
I mean, besides the birth of my two kids and my wife's shoulder surgery, I haven't been in the hospital since I had knee surgery.
Yeah.
When I was 21. And I was in and out. Like I've never spent a night in a hospital other than with the kids. And there was no spiritual wellness people coming then.
Like it's weird because, you know, like when you go into the emergency room and they have that lady come in and she like verifies your information, puts the bracelet on your wrist. It says, "Do you want a visit from the clergy?" Like meaning.
No, never had that.
No?
No.
Well,
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. Like if you're if you want to have, like, say you're not from around here and you're in the emergency room and you want to have a priest come, they can like set that up to have a priest come and pray over you if your religion calls for it.
God, could we find some really obscure religion and have you change your paperwork to that, please?
But I've said no every single time. And then the same lady shows up.
It's like the people that knock on your doors. I'm just going to say that.
The Jehovah's Witnesses.
Imagine if they did that door to door in the fucking hospital. Might drum up a little bit more business.
I remember sitting on my grandparents' porch, and my grandparents were staunch, like, Baptists, and, you know, church every Sunday, prayer meeting on Wednesdays, Bible study, like that's how I was pretty much brought up. And we were sitting on their porch one Saturday afternoon, or no, it was a Sunday afternoon, because Jehovah's, like, they have their service on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then Sunday is when they go out and do
they can attack on Sunday.
Yeah. So they go out and they started walking up to the porch, and I hissed at him, and I remember my grandfather like backhanding me, like, "Don't do that." I'm like, "Well, they're bad, aren't they?" And he was like, he was like, "Yes, like, we don't believe in what they do, but you still can't, like, it's not right to hiss at them."
It's like cheering for the Jets.
Yeah. I had a couple years ago, this lady came in that knew my grandmother, came into the shop, and she was like, "Do you still walk with the Lord?" To me. And
Nah.
Jonathan still worked there, and he looked at her, he's like, "Have you seen him walk?" And I just like she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and she turned around and walked out.
The only walking he's doing is with Moses' stick.
Yeah, stuck up his ass.
Yeah.
Yep.
I heard I was actually listening to who was I listening to? Oh, it's actually something I want to go try and find. Ben Shapiro and Bill Maher sat down, did like a one-on-one.
Really?
Yeah. And they were talking about it, and he's like, what people don't get is we're not different. Like, we might not have the same political views, but you might like to go, I don't know, surfing, skiing, whatever, something that I do. And he's like, when I grew up, nobody talked about politics. Nobody talked about religion. Like, those are the two ground rules at every family function. And he's like, and it's not the same anymore. And that's why you have what you have. And I was like, I mean, that's the thing that makes the most sense ever. But
yeah,
like, I know nothing about religion. Like, I realize this more and more. Like, I have no fucking idea.
it is like such a like.
But then, like,
I know
every time I go into
it,
I'm just like, okay, so we're trusting these fucking two dudes that went up and fucking transcribed this shit, and that's what you guys live your life by. And like, and those are the types of people, especially like the real, like hardcore churchy people that are like, no, you can't trust the spirits. And it's like, I mean, or the rocks and the constellations and fucking Sagittarius, whatever's. Man, I trust them more almost probably.
I was listening to Two Bears, One Cave today.
Yeah.
And Bert brought up like some stuff that happened before Jesus.
Yeah, Caesar. Julius Caesar. Yeah, I listened to that.
It's like he was like Julius Caesar died 40 years before like the birth of Christ.
Allegedly.
Right. Like it's wild to think.
There's some really fucked up history. If like you go back and like start Googling some stuff, like the timelines of people that cross over, that you would just be like, no, that's like, I want to say it was like a famous painter and someone that was like alive. And I was like, what the fuck? There's no way those people.
Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Leonardo da Vinci was like, he was like, wasn't it like in the 30s and 40s? Like, let me look.
I don't remember. It might have been him that I'm actually thinking of.
Leonardo da Vinci. Maybe it's definitely wasn't him. He was born in April of 1452.
Yeah, and he died in 1519.
Yeah. Maybe it was Michelangelo.
Born out of wedlock. What a. Now, who
born
was
a
the
Caton hippie?
Who was the dude that it was Monet?
Monet.
Yeah. Oopsies, not on it. Yeah, Claude Monet died in 1926.
Okay.
Like, that dude was alive when my great grandmother was alive.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like to think my grandfather was born in 1916.
Yeah.
Like, so I used to think of it like his parents were born in like in the 1800s.
Yeah. It's like, fucking lot. Like,
that's crazy to think about. And then to go back onto the the political and religious thing, like how people talk about it. And nowadays, like, it's such a common thing for people to have arguments about that type of thing, where even though it's still an unwritten rule that you don't talk about it, but everybody just talks about it now.
Yeah.
Like today at work, I felt like I was a leper because I had a mask on because of me potentially being exposed, which even though I haven't really been in contact with my father-in-law since last Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm just doing it out of an abundance of caution. But like I had one guy come in, he's like, "What are you afraid of getting a cold?" And I'm like, I said, and I kind of know him. I was like, do I even really need to explain this? Like, I'm wearing a mask. My
Shut
choice. Up. I'm not giving you shit. I'm not telling you have to wear one. Like, that's what I'm just tired of.
Yeah. I was like, I ran into a buddy at work today. And he fucking walked by and he had a mask on. I was like, what are you doing? And he's like, yeah, I had a cold, so I had to wear one. I was like, gotcha. Cool.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, one more day. Like,
I'm just like, you brought it up at the beginning of the pandemic at like why, and it just reiterates why I like fishing so much, because it's apolitical.
Yeah.
It's
just fucking get away from everything.
I don't care who you are. I'll go fish with you.
Mm-hmm.
And like, how many times have you and I stood on your boat and fished for hours and never said a fucking word to each other?
All the time.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, even the conversations that are had, even with differing views, like, I mean, Ian and I politically, nowhere close to the same.
Yeah.
But if you actually get down to the issues that we actually give a fuck about, other than like, oh, someone sounds mean or someone falls off a bike, like, you get those out of the way and you're like, okay, we both want to conserve land and be able to hunt and own guns that we want to own. Okay, sounds good. Like, it's so fucking crazy when you sit back and you're like, what really matters, what really affects you in life. I mean, it's sort of one of those things where it's like, you can say what you want to say about whatever party, but it's like, at the end of the day, does that figurehead affect your day-to-day life? I mean, other than fuel prices right now, no. And like, that's the one thing. Like, oil and inflation aren't great right now, but since the 2000s, I haven't given a fuck who's in the office.
Yeah.
Like, what's it affecting my life at all? None. Zero. Zilch. Has no impact on my day-to-day life. So why the fuck? That's what bothers me. Is like, if you're doing that much with politics, you need fucking hobbies. You need something to go do.
Yeah.
Like, get off your fucking phone, figure out how to tie flies, figure out something that will just make you broke. Like, go do something. Like, if you're donating more than, I'll say this, if you donate more than $100 to any sort of political candidate, I don't want to talk to you ever.
Have you ever donated any money to a political candidate?
I was going to say if you've ever donated, but I mean, you know, some people might slide it in here and there. And
like, the only thing remotely close to like donating to a political candidate would be to like, maybe to
having an NRA membership is probably the closest I will ever
get. Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
and even that, like, I was actually,
I mean, I buy medicine, so like, pharmaceutical. So one way or another, I'm lining the pockets of someone.
Yeah. I mean, anything you buy, you're lining the pockets of someone, and someone's lobbying to be able to sell more of that something. Doesn't matter what it is. Could be fucking solar panels. It could be fucking diesel fuel.
Yeah.
Like, there's two sides to every fucking coin. Let's not talk about one needing the other one to be made, but I mean, whatever. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm looking forward. Hunting season's fucking
Right
fast
there.
approaching. Like,
yeah,
a week away. Duck boat still under wraps. Perfect. Right where it should be. Yep. Definitely right on top of the game.
Kind of, it's like the same thing with what happened with fishing season. Stripers are here. Let's rebuild a boat.
Yeah. This one, I hopefully will have it out, and I hopefully don't have to make a fucking emergency phone call and have to run over and drop it off. But
yeah, I haven't done a lick of fishing since my infection in my leg.
I mean, understandable.
Yeah.
I
to the point.
I almost went the other day and I didn't. And then the next 2 days are so fucking cold. I'm like, I'm not going to go stand on my boat and fucking pants in a jacket to go fish. I'm sorry. I'm sort of past that time right now of wanting to do that. I'd probably do it like if you or someone else was like, yo, I really want to get out. Let's go. I'd be like, all right. Begrudgingly, I will go. Not begrudgingly.
Like
but it's just
I saw guys tonight at Cumberland Farms gassing up a boat, and they had sweatshirts and fucking sweatpants on, rubber boots, and I'm like, I don't want to catch a fish that bad.
No, I mean, like, I love being on the boat, but like, I also like being warm and comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
I did write down. I have like 2 notes in my phone. They've been.
I'll put a note in there too. That's fine. We're gonna have somebody's gonna be in the background on and off. She doesn't want to talk.
Huh.
But
a little cameo.
Yeah.
It's a lovely color wall. It's nice.
Go ahead. The people know you're here.
Sounds like WWF outside of my office right now. Moved upstairs. I might move all my fly tying stuff up here. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
I might turn this into like, because I don't know if
they're not going to be able to tell. Just sit down. I'm going to mute for a second.
Oh boy, Huey's got to have a talking to. Look at this. He is just going to get yelled at. Oh boy, now we're down. Oh, things are happening. Things can't be going good right now for Huey. What do you suppose that is? All right, we see a mask. What else we got? We got nobody on the Facebook Live. All right, sounds good. First time coming back. Long time away. Oh, we got Huey back in frame. He's
All right, I'm back.
He's unmuted himself. Can I just go ahead and say local Facebook groups are not to post your family vacations? I know we've covered this before, but dude, it is just infuriating. It's like, oh, look at this awesome picture I took of the Nubble Lighthouse. It's like, yeah, look at the 7,000 fucking people that post pictures of the Nubble Lighthouse.
It's on every postcard in America.
How the fuck can anyone think that like anyone gives a fuck? I just don't get it. Like, it's one thing to be like in a group, like if you were in a Lighthouse Lovers Facebook group and you posted the picture, fine, great, sounds great. That's what the group's there for. But when it's a fucking York, Maine Facebook group, guess what? We don't need to see the fucking double light. Okay? We don't need to see your fucking stupid kids in this. You're being an asshole right now. Yeah. And then like people posting like, oh, bought these sweet shoes in Kittery. Bro.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people buy a lot of stuff in Kittery. My second thing, fuck Walmart. Fuck the whole store. Fuck them. They run one cashier.
Oh, it's horrible. It's pretty much self-checkout.
You have to go self-checkout. I spent $270 there the other day because I just went there for grocery shopping and other shit because I could just go to one store. I did a self-checkout because I had to, because I was not going to stand there behind fucking old meth head Greg fucking buying his fucking cellular fucking points cards. I'm like, what the flying fuck?
Oh, it's bad. You should go to the Sanford one.
I go to Portsmouth, which is a respectable town. I can't imagine what Sanford looks like.
Dude. Like Mandy and I will go there on a Friday night. It's some of the best people watching.
I used to like to go to summer. The Summersworth one was good time.
Mm-hmm.
We did finally get some rain.
A bunch of it.
Yeah.
More tomorrow.
All I could hear in my head was you saying, well, we really need it. Like, fuck off. Like, that was the other thing. Like, I was going to fish pretty much any day of the week. And every afternoon has either been raining or blowing like 30 knots. And I'm like, can we fucking not?
Right.
If you have "Be Kind" on your license plate, I hope you fucking run into a tree. Or any like inspirational license plate. No.
Where's that coming from?
Tailgating the fuck out of someone the other day that was driving like a complete douchebag, and their fucking license plate was "Be Kind." It just made me even more irrationally mad. I wanted to run them off the road. Like, be kind. Well, it'd be really kind if you did the fucking speed limit, you stupid motherfucker.
Oh, that's awesome.
And again, boat ramps. Boat ramps are great people watching. Like,
yes.
I don't care if you've never been to another boat ramp before. The fact that you don't have your boat ready shows that you're an asshole at every ramp you go to. Like, there's nothing that pisses me off more. Absolutely. Like, trying to be nice to people and be like, you know, yeah, this is how the boat ramp works. And then like expecting people to like kind of get their boat ready before they hit the boat ramp. And they're just like, oh yeah, oh, it's one lane. Oh, okay, cool. I'll just do all my shit right here. Well, there's 7 boats waiting to come in. Oh, they won't mind. It's like, dude, would you fucking pull your head out of your ass? No, they don't. Uh-oh. What did you put in here?
Oh, no.
3 celebrities to play golf with?
Yeah.
Who are you picking? So our choices are Tom Brady, Snoop Dogg, Beyonce, Britney Spears, Leo, Tom Cruise, Bieber, T Swift, Drake, J-Lo, MJ, The Rock.
Honestly, I think I'm playing Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Jordan and Snoop. Maybe Jennifer Lopez.
See, I go Tom Brady just to play with Tom Brady. J-Lo, because J-Lo. And I think I go Snoop.
I think Michael Jordan, like, just playing with him because it's the same thing like you said with it's Tom Brady. But like Snoop would have to be a ball on the golf course.
Dude, it'd be so much because there's no way he is good at golf. Like, no chance in hell. And like that's the other thing. Like Michael Jordan is very good at golf and likes to gamble a lot. Like, and you know Tom Brady's gonna fucking gamble. So I mean, obviously you're not gambling with any of these people because they're too fucking rich, but I feel like Snoop Dogg would bring some fucking bangers to the course.
Not just, I mean, imagine like smoking a joint with Snoop Dogg.
Oh my
I don't
God.
even smoke weed, but
I would that day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna need 2 months of leave. I haven't taken a day of COVID vacation. Can I take all of whatever anyone took for the next 2 months? I'm gonna need some time to clean up.
Yeah, right.
Hitting a fucking joint from fucking Snoop Dogg the size of a driver.
So I told you, I don't know if I mentioned it. I don't think I did mention it on the podcast, but I went to our local fly shop, Eldridge Brothers, a couple weeks ago, and was picking up a few things and talking to Jim. And I asked him about the flies for kids thing.
Yeah.
And so I bought a couple raffle tickets for that. And then I was telling him about my nephew who sparked an interest in it.
Yeah.
And he gave me a waspy fly tying kit. So for anybody that's listening that doesn't know what Garrett and I are talking about, the Flies for Kids program is Eldridge Brothers has people tie flies. They send them in from donated from all over the country. And every year, but they haven't done it in the past couple of years because of COVID. They raffle off all these flies. They sell raffle tickets for $10 a piece, and they raffle off these flies. And all the money goes to buying these fly tying kits to give out to young kids who have an interest in fly tying. So Jim was gracious enough to give me a kit, and I gave it to Abel for his birthday, which he was super excited about. And yet another person has been baptized into the fly tying world. And I told him, I said, now you can come to the fly shop with me and spend all your money.
Yeah. I mean, it's the best way to keep kids off of drugs. Just keep them addicted to fucking other things that cost way more money than drugs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he won't be able to afford cocaine.
Yeah. Meth is way cheaper than fly tying. Dude, I've been thinking, like, I want to start a fly shop. I want to start like an outdoor store.
Yeah.
But the problem is,
I thought about it a lot.
I don't want to carry anything that I wouldn't use.
Yeah.
Which would then be difficult. But like, I just look at, like, I mean, you and I have talked about it, and I talked with Aaron about it too, where it's like, dude, like, how you don't have SPF sun shirts with the Eldridge Brothers on them. Why? I'd probably buy one. I'd probably buy 4 a year.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately, like, have the striper one and like their hats, like, you know, they've got fucking the Royal Wolf hat, they've got the striper hat, they've got the trout hat. It's like, just do those on a shirt. There's a screen printer fucking a mile up the road that can make them for you. Why are we not doing this?
Yeah, I think about it all the time. And I think like the type of business model, and you talked about it before, is you'd have to sell like middle of the road and high end.
Yeah. I mean, there's still some entry, but like do like decent entry level stuff. Like, I don't know if they can't carry, I don't know if they can carry Orvis there or not. I know, like,
There's probably some.
There's a stigma around Orvis and whatever. I love their shit. It's one of the reasons I like going up to Breton's fly shop. Now he doesn't have nearly anything else, but he's got some flies. He's got some tying stuff if you're in a pinch. But he carries Orvis, or go to the Orvis outlet. But I don't know. Like, you go from the Reddington box sets there straight to Sage, and it's like, what about like stepping into this? Like, that's one of the reasons I really like the guys at Trident. Like, they carry a shit ton of different stuff. They do a rod trade-in program. Like, I understand, like, that's all a headache and a pain in the ass, but it also makes it a good shop. Like,
yeah,
I would almost rather carry like used rods than I would moonshine rods.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just being brutally honest. Like, I don't know. Like, if you're gonna carry Chinese blanks, like, go somewhere else.
It would be cool to have a shop around here that had a selection of used rods and reels.
Yeah.
That weren't antiques.
Yeah.
You know,
like decent stuff. Like, I've thought about it with the amount of shit that I own. Like, I could probably pare it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Or like just go on Facebook Marketplace and go buy a bunch of used stuff and just be like, I'm starting a fucking tackle shop. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll start it out of my house and just sell like random shit.
Yeah. It'd be cool, but it's a lot of money. It's a big investment, I guess.
Yeah. It's a time investment too. Like, the nice thing being that I don't know. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, I don't necessarily have to do it. So it's like, I don't know, does that make it easier? But
like, I think about it, like, you have the fly shops out west, like it's completely different because we don't have like the geographically, it's not like out west here, but you look at like the town of Craig, Montana, like their fly shops are, I mean, it's
even look at front range in Boulder. Like, okay, that's a big shop. Like, that's a fucking huge shop, but it still feels like a hometown shop when you go in. Like, the dudes are super happy. They're super pumped to be there. Like, and I think the thing that really kind of hurts it is you only have like a handful of shops around. Like, truly. And there's nobody down here that can really work. Like, you can't work down here at the fly shop and be a guide up on the fucking East Branch or West Branch or fucking anywhere up north.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to be driving 5 fucking hours, you know what I mean, to go guide. So like that hurts the location for us. I'm like, you've got Stripe. Like, I mean, James worked there forever, right?
Yeah.
Still does occasionally every now and then, but he's got his own shit going on. And so it's like, that was the closest thing where you had like a local guy. Other than that, like, you've got, I mean, people that fish, but like, you don't have like the access to the fishing right here.
Yeah.
And that's what hurt. Like, but then you go up to like the shops where you do have the access to the fishing and they're tiny, they're small. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I would love to have, I would love for this to be Eldridge, but it's tough for them to do it. It'd be cool to have a place that you could go to on a rain day and just have coffee, shoot the shit, and talk fishing with anybody that walked in. But it's tough because Eldridge, I mean, I would love a shop that I could go to after work.
Yeah.
And hang out and talk fishing one night a week, but Eldridge closes at 5.
Well, so that's actually a great segue. Great segue into what might be happening this winter. There's a discussion about a weekly fly tying Zoom call.
Really?
Yeah. So Ian and I, because we're all spread out now.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I aren't really, but
yeah.
Like I've actually been thinking about either changing up the where we podcast and putting like a little bit more area for like people to come in and like hang out and tie, and like changing where my desk is because it just is back facing and it's stupid. But
yeah,
and like organizing everything. I got some bins and stuff that I've been organizing some of my fly tying shit in. Thanks, Amazon. I gotta get some pegboard. That's the next thing on the list. But or like turn this my office because I start my new gig on Monday. So
yeah,
not gonna have the work from home life anymore, which sort of sucks, but I don't know. I think it's good for me career wise. We can go into that later, but yeah. So we talked about doing like a tying, like an evening, like tying or like whatever, like just fucking zoom in and we all just shoot the shit. And whether you're cleaning guns after duck hunting or fucking up to camp, fucking bird hunting or fly fishing or getting ready for ice fishing and re-rigging traps and shit, just like a weekly call just to get fucking everyone together. So if anyone out there listening wants to be fucking involved,
I'm in.
Get involved.
That'd be cool.
I saw a fucking notification pop up. I don't know what it was. But yeah, so thinking about doing that this winter.
I like it.
Have you updated your phone?
Yes.
I hate these fucking stupid numbers. I want the old ones back.
I like the big ones.
I want them. I want the old ones back.
I think you can change the size of them.
Well, so I saw something on there that I could change the size of them.
Yeah.
But then I had to customize like the backgrounds and I just didn't want to deal with that. I just wanted to change literally the size of the fucking numbers. I didn't want to customize a new background or make more backgrounds. I'm happy with the background I've had on my phone for the past 3 fucking years. Leave me alone, Apple.
I can understand that.
I did break down and buy an Apple Watch though.
I noticed that. What do you think? Well, you had one before.
I had one before. I don't know. I like it. I had to go through, and really what it made me do was go through all my apps and turn off all my fucking notifications because I was getting shit that I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah.
Like Twitter notifications, don't need those. Fucking, if I want to log into Twitter, I'll log into Twitter. Same thing with Instagram. Like, I'm basically down to text messages, calls, and that's it. Like,
yeah,
those are all the notifications I want in my life anymore. I don't fucking care about anything. Oh, and the home security cameras, I have those on.
Yeah.
And because I keep forgetting, the wife got a new car. I don't know if we talked about that.
Yeah.
Did we talk about it?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't even know when our last podcast went out. I know we talked about looking at cars.
Maybe that's what it was.
Dude, we didn't do a single episode in September.
Yeah, here we are.
Our last episode was August 24th.
It's almost a month ago.
So yeah, just about a month ago. But yeah, I got the wife a Volvo XC90. It's fucking stupid. It is so nice. Like air ride suspension, auto leveling, sport mode, every other mode. The fucked up thing is the key fob you can't start the car from. You gotta use your phone.
Really?
Yeah. So it's got an app and you can lock and unlock the car, but then you can also set a time to leave and like what you want the inside to be like when you leave, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like you can turn all your climate preferences on and stuff. I'm just so happy not to have that fucking Ford Escape in my driveway though. I hated that fucking car.
I know you did.
I would not be sad to see that car get fucking T-boned with meat in it. But yeah. So we went to the Volvo. I'm still looking. I'm trying to figure
Still
out
looking for your day today.
So what would you do? Right? So got the truck. Everything's good. Now I went I've had the thought of like the hoopty route and just get like a Honda or a Toyota that I can just drive into the fucking ground. But I don't want to drive a piece of shit every day.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, well, do I get something? I want something all-wheel drive because who knows what the roads are going to do. Like, I don't want a front-wheel drive car really up here. I don't want a truck because we're looking at fuel mileage. So it's like, okay, so if I go all-wheel drive, I'm looking at pretty much all European cars and Subarus. Like Subaru, BMW, Audi, Mercedes. Who else was I looking at? I looked at a Panamera for a little bit. Those are very expensive. I can't spend 90 grand on a new car.
Why not? And don't crucify me for saying this, but why not like a Toyota Tacoma or a 4Runner?
The fuel mileage isn't there to make it worth it. Not even close. Like at that point, I'll just keep driving my truck because then I won't have a car payment and you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And that's the problem is like, I look at like, okay, I can pick, like, you can pick up a 5-year-old Beamer. Not bad money. Like, really. The fucking price of cars now, German cars are fucking right in line with everything else. Like, they're not more money anymore. Like, fucking everything is so expensive.
Yeah.
And it's like, still though, it's like barely breaking 30 miles a gallon. I'm like, what the fuck? And like, I was like, all right, well, maybe I'll go electric. Maybe I'll buy the F-150 Lightning. Yeah, F-150 Lightning with the fucking extended battery to make it actually useful. 92,000.
Yeah.
When I built it out. To replace my truck with the exact same package, same motor, everything, 70. I'm like, well, fuck it. I'll just order a new truck and trade mine in. I don't fucking know.
What do you get for mileage in your truck?
Well, see, it's a hard number to calculate. I can get 18 to 20.
Yeah.
Right now, I think it might read 15. We might be, the right foot might have a lot to play with on how my fuel mileage goes. And, you know, if it's after a golf round, maybe a barley drink or two. The right foot hits a little harder. And if you want to go like 85 everywhere like I do, it's not great on fuel, especially with fucking 35s and a cap.
I mean, I average
Tesla.
Yep, that's another. I average with my truck on 236 and Route 4 every day, 22 miles to the gallon.
Yeah.
Like where do you think you want to be miles to the gallon wise?
I'd like to be high 20s, honestly. High 20s, low 30s, if possible.
But like, I was gonna say like an EcoBoost.
Literally
like my truck.
Everything in all-wheel drive, you're like just shy of 30 on the highway.
Yeah.
Like everything. Doesn't matter what the fuck you like, even like the fucking Ford Escape. That was like 20 fucking 8 miles a gallon, maybe. Best case scenario. You're also though in like a sweet spot. Like if I drive Route 4 and 236, like that 55 miles an hour is such a sweet spot for Fords. Always has been. Like my F-150 was that way. My current truck is that way. Like I will climb to like 22 if I just go 55, constant easy roads, like not hammering. Problem is I go get on fucking 95 and I do fucking 90 by the time I get to the fucking on ramp. It's like, all right, well, there goes some fuel.
I don't know. I really don't know what the answer is to that. Like I don't know. Trouble is you have the boat.
Exactly. The boat's heavy. Like it's not that heavy, but it's big enough that I really don't want to drag that with a fucking half-ton truck, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I barely
it would do it like in a pinch. My truck would haul that boat, but it's not gonna like pulling it out at low tide.
No.
You know?
Yeah. Like
I don't know.
I've given up on replacing my truck. I think that's out of the question unless I buy a new truck. Like unless I just bite the bullet, order a brand new.
Have you looked into the Ford F-150 Power Boost, the hybrid?
Yeah, not interested.
Okay.
No. I would do like, so I was like, all right, do we go Tesla? Just like get a base Model 3. But then I'm like, well, I don't want to just a base model. Like, it's not me. So I'm like, all right, well, sick. Now I'm back up to 60 grand. All right, cool. And I was like, okay. What about like go back to a Mini Cooper? I'm like, that's great until it snows.
Yeah.
Then I'm fucked. And I mean,
I know you're not gonna like me saying this, but what about like a Subaru wagon? Because then you still have the room for shit in the back.
So I did think about the Crosstrek a little bit, and I was like, well, maybe I'll just lift the piss out of it. Like find someone that does something crazy with those things. There's got to be someone out there.
Oh yeah.
It's going to take a little bit more research. But then I was like, well, I mean, if I'm looking at Subaru, why not just buy WRX? Like, if I wish they still made the wagons, the WRX wagons. Those things are fucking sick. Yeah.
I really like the Crosstrek, and for you, it would like, because those have, even stock, like those have enough ground clearance to go pretty much any place we would want to fish.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Up north and stuff like that. And I mean, you could fold the seats down in that thing and sleep in the back. Not two guys.
I could get a rooftop tent like fucking Artie has.
Yeah. I've always said if I was going to buy a car, that's probably what I would buy. Is one of those.
The Crosstrek is flirting on like.
I get it. But you just get a Patagonia hat, and you slap a Be Kind sticker on the back of it, and you fit in.
You just cover it in brewery stickers. That's all those fucks do.
Yeah.
Like, Ian, I need you to empty out your brewery sticker collection on my car.
I don't know. It's tough road to hoe. I mean, I'll look at it this way. If I was going to I'm at a point where I don't need a truck, but it's very convenient having a truck.
I hate not having a truck.
Yeah. Like I've gone back and forth on the fact of like, I would drive a 4Runner, but I don't want to not have a truck.
I think a 4Runner makes way more sense for you. Like
it does.
How often you use your truck for truck things. Like with the exception of shooting a deer. When is another time that you need a truck?
It's easy for me. Like if I plan on getting a kayak, having the bed is easy for me because I don't think I can get a kayak on and off a roof.
True.
But 5x10 trailers are not that expensive.
Dude, some of these fucking kayaks they're building fucking custom boat trailers for.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I don't plan on getting rid of my truck anytime soon.
I want that fucking 14-foot cat I sent you today.
That thing is sweet.
Dude, that thing would slay in Spruce Creek.
Get up into all that skinny water.
Did you look at it and like look at any of the comments on it?
No.
Fucking thing drafts 8 inches. 8 inches of water. Like, but then I think about it, I'm like, I don't know if my big boat draws 8 inches, to be honest. Like if I took the motor up, I don't think it draws 8 inches. Honestly.
I don't think so.
But
imagine like having that cat on an incoming tide, you get in up into Spruce Creek, like all the way to Route 1.
Yeah.
And just sit there and wait for the fish to come up.
Just hang out. Just beach it.
Just have just troll around.
It'd be perfect. There's also a really good deal on a boat if you wanted one.
Oh, I want one.
$4,700 right now. Yeah.
The one problem I have is
laying right behind you.
Yeah.
Free beach. Dude, I am obsessed with Facebook Marketplace. It is the only reason I still have Facebook at this point.
I've never actually bought anything off of it, but I look at it constantly.
Really?
Yeah.
I've bought 3 things off of it this week.
I like that. Like the other day I was looking at it and I saw a truck rack, set of track racks.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's a good deal. And then I went, I thought about it later on. I was like, I really should go buy those. Found it, sold. But it was a set of track racks for $50.
Why would you not? I just bought a bike for $50.
I just waited too long.
I bought a road bike the other day. This Peloton's getting out of control.
Well, it's making you do things I never thought you'd do.
I've always really liked biking. Like,
yeah,
it's what I grew up doing. Like that was my babysitter as a kid. Like, here, go fucking ride your bike in the woods, whatever. Don't crash into a fucking tree too hard. Shit, that boat might have sold. Damn it. The guy dropped it down to fucking $4,700.
What was it?
Shamrock straight drive.
Center console?
Yeah. Dude, they're fucking sick boats. Who did I send it to?
By straight drive, you mean inboard?
Yeah, inboard straight shaft, not an IO. Like,
oh shit.
Like lobster boat style, like
yeah.
Look at all the boats that I've sent my father. Fuck. Yeah, it's gone. He must have sold it. Oh well.
Someday.
Yeah, those shamrocks are fucking pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I've heard cool things about those, or good things about them.
Yeah, like that's their drive, like complete straight drive.
Yeah,
but in a center console.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Like this one had a gas engine. I was like, yeah, I'd rip that out, put a 4-cylinder fucking Suzu or something in it. I need a diesel. We're gonna have a straight drive. It's gonna be a diesel. Ooh, there's a Pilot House Shamrock. Ooh. Ooh. Uh-oh.
Oh, I want that little tugboat.
Yeah. That thing's so cute.
I can see me with a captain's hat and a fucking pipe,
just
rolling around,
just putting around the island.
with a fucking mocktail.
Dude, this thing's similar to that thing. Look at that. There's another Shamrock. That's the Pilot House one.
Yep. Those are sweet.
19.5. Go get it. There's a Pilot House for fucking 12 up in Hancock. God damn, there's so many boats for sale. Why do people buy bow riders? Like, what are you doing?
I don't know, to spend time with their family, I guess.
Not a fucking bow rider. That's such a stupid boat. Dude, this is the one. This is what I need. This is perfect. Shamrock Grand Slam. I'm just going to text it. I'm going to send it to you in Messenger because that's just way easier than showing you on here. Yeah. I've bought so much shit on Facebook Marketplace lately, though.
Yeah, that is what you need.
Dude, that's like absolutely perfect. 40 grand's a bit much. It's really close to that Bertram, though. Like that 30 Bertram.
Yeah.
I don't know how big this is. Yeah, this is a 31. So what's it powered by? Oh, 6 BT Cummins, 370 horsepower, 300 gallons of fuel. Fuck yeah. Let's go. 34 knots wide open. Holy fuck.
That's fast.
Dude, that's a big boat to be going as fast as my boat goes.
Yeah, that's freaking Jeffries all day long, no problem.
Little sleeping quarters down below. Maybe I don't need a new car. Is that twin screw?
Kind of looked it.
Yeah, twin Cummins.
Yep. That's a big deck too.
That's 740 horsepower. Hopefully they're the old ones. We could fucking tune them a little bit. Mechanical fuel pumps. Yeah. Just absolutely black out the fucking whole Piscataqua River entrance.
Looks like it's got like a fly bridge too. Fly bridge control,
yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I think I need this boat. Huh. Well, I think I found the boat that I'm going to go fucking try and find.
You're going to need a slip or a mooring with that.
Oh, yeah. That's fucking future problems. We'll figure those
future
out.
Problems for for Garrett.
Yeah.
Future Garrett.
You could do some serious fishing on that fucking thing, though. Put a big old fighting chair right in the middle, like the fucking sport fish boats down in Florida.
Yeah.
Why don't tuna guys
offshore.
use fucking fighting chairs?
I don't know. You should ask Tim.
Like, that'd be way more comfortable just to sit down and let the chair do all the work and the boat do all the work. Wouldn't it?
There's got to be a reason for it.
Yeah, but I feel like the reason is because it's always been this way. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, it's just the way we do it in fucking New England when we tuna fish.
Well, you even like, you look like some of those boats in the Outer Banks, like those Carolina sport fishes, like the fishing frenzy.
None of those guys have fucking room. Well, most of them don't have room for a fighting chair.
Yeah,
like they're not big enough sport fishes to have fighting chairs.
The doghouse is.
Yeah,
that's a 70-foot boat.
Is that the one that had the fucking? Which one had the Seakeeper come uncunted on it? Did you see that?
Yeah, that was the fishing frenzy, I think.
Yeah.
Doghouse is the green one. It's that Carolina sport fish. Breton Shackelford is there. It's my favorite boat in that fleet. And it's like, I didn't realize how big it was until one of the episodes he was having an issue and he walked down a set of stairs into the engine room.
Yeah.
And like put his earmuffs on and started fixing it and then walked back up. Like
that's a big boat.
Yeah.
when you go from engine compartment to engine room, you're in a different ball game.
And I'm pretty sure I saw a toolbox in the engine room. So, but well, I'm ready for bed. I'm gonna turn into a pumpkin here.
Yeah, I don't know what I got going on. I gotta go back to work tomorrow. Fuck. Finish cleaning out the old office.
Oh yeah.
Really, the only thing left is my espresso machine. Very important thing to make sure does not get. Is that
going with you to the new digs?
I think it's gonna go. So I don't know what I'm doing. Like Monday, I have a meeting at 7:00 in the morning where I might find out what I'm doing. Other than that, really no clue what's going on. So it's going well so far. Whatever. I'm kind of okay with it, but also like part of me is like, it's kind of a big change for me. I'd like someone to have fucking some idea of what's going on. Like I literally talked to one of the guys that's going to be a boss of mine. And I was like, yo, what do you want me to do on Monday? He's like, what do you mean? I was like, I work for you on Monday. He's like, oh, no idea that was happening. I was like, all right, cool. This is going well. So I might bring it up. I've got a little place to hide for a little bit. Not hide, a little home base, because I'm not losing. I'm leaving my area in the maintenance building to go hang out in operations land. So I'll probably take the espresso machine with me up there. Maybe just make coffees for people all day. Turn into a little barista.
Yeah, be like an intern.
Yeah. I might go downstairs to the chem lab and be like, hey, do you guys have a white apron I could use? Cool. Thanks. Just walk around and hand out fucking salted caramel fucking espressos all day.
You could do the nuclear sign in the foam.
Yeah.
On the top.
That's right. Might be able to work something out here. It might look more like propellers, but it'll be all right. It's fine.
That is exactly why they gave you this position.
Yeah.
Is because you're like, oh, he is an espresso machine.
Hey, how's your college doing?
I dropped out. Yeah. I'm officially a college dropout.
I gave it the old college try.
I decided, like, after getting sick and like getting so far behind on work that it wasn't right for me at this time.
Yeah.
So I contacted the admissions liaison. I was like, I really need to drop this class just because of lack of attendance, and I'm not going to be able to handle it right now.
Yeah.
Technically, I'm still enrolled in school. I just dropped out of my classes.
You're just hanging. Just ride the ebbs and flow.
Yeah.
Maybe quit getting infections and maybe see if that helps. Maybe.
Yeah. I'm gonna focus on my health.
Yeah. Your body, your choice.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So my college career lasted just about as long as that phone call on the boat that day.
Yeah. Hey, you. How are you? Yeah, we're getting ready to do our initial welcome to college.
Yeah, I'm on the boat right now. So
yeah, I forgot about
work.
Can I call you back? Jesus Christ. If that wasn't an omen for how this was going to go, I don't know what is.
Yeah. What can I say?
Hey, you gave it the college try.
I did. I can always go back.
That's right. That door's always open.
Yeah, I mean, it's been almost 20 years since I got out of high school anyway. So
yeah, it's pretty fucked up to think about. Yeah, I went to the high school the other day. I know you're ready to leave, but we went to the high school last night for a soccer game. No. Just I was literally standing there and I was like, this is, first of all, they lost to Trape. Yeah. I'm like, boys, what do you? And nobody killed anybody. Like, if you're going to lose to Trape, at least fucking murder someone. Like, honestly, like, just annihilate somebody. You have to.
Yeah.
Like, you lost to Trape at home. There's things you don't do in life, and that's that.
That's one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, so the first thing on my docket, I think, is to go sit and observe classes that are going on for the new NSOs, which are non-licensed operators that whatever. But they're kids like straight out of college. And I was sitting in an office today, like adjacent to where they were all sitting in like an open area, listening, like overhearing their conversations. Dude, it is Billy Madison. It is gonna be tough. Like, and Garrett's patience might get tested a little bit.
It's a bunch of Maine Maritime graduates.
No. Even if they were, like, I'll tell you some stuff off air about that. But yeah, it's just college kids today ain't the same as they were in our day, bud. Let's just say that.
You're a braver man than I.
And I'm just there to walk, like, literally just like basically hang out and like have it as like a refresher just to help, like, whatever going forward. I'm like, sure, I'll go do it. And then, like, I was talking to one of the guys who's going to be teaching the class, and he was telling me who the other instructors were. And I'm like, after listening to that conversation and knowing those people, this is going to be hilarious. Because it's like two old school guys that are just, I mean, it's the way they grew up, it's the way they are. They're old school pricks, and it's gonna be a shit show. Like, cannot wait to see this. Hopefully,
that may be where you shine a little.
Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. No, 'cause I'm probably gonna be on their side. The old man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be a real smooth ride for some of these kids.
Oh, they're gonna be looking at you like the dad at college weekend,
dude.
Parents weekend.
So that's the kind of like the best part is like I know so many people on site, but a lot of people on site that are like newer to the plant have no idea who I am because I left for 3 years and haven't been on site for 2 years. So a lot of people are like, I come on the site and I mean, I sort of stand out with the fucking beard and tattoos. People are just kind of like looking like those kids had no fucking clue who I was today. It was perfect. It's like exactly how I want it. I just like wander around, just like, oh yeah. Huh. But it'll be interesting. There'll be some good content for here, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Well, all right.
I'm gonna wrap up today.
Yes, Darth Vader.
I fucking love this effect. While I was waiting for you to come, or my computer to restart, I was just playing with this. I was fucking dying laughing.
This is the best.
Oh, that's awesome.
I can't believe we haven't played with this more.
I know. I didn't know we had it.
I think next episode we just do this the whole time.
Yeah, that'll really keep our listeners.
I mean, our listeners did just put up with like a whole month of no podcast with no explanation.
Yeah.
What else can you expect?
Right?
All right. I'll stop fucking around.
All right, folks. Thanks for listening. And hopefully we'll see you next week. As long as I can stay out of the hospital.
Yeah, as long as Huey, stops getting infections. We got soccer next week again, but this time it's fine. 6:00's perfect. So maybe Huey can stop getting infections and maybe stop getting COVID. That'd be cool.
Right. Yeah. Peace out, folks.
Small goals. Small goals.
Small goals. Peace.